Let's say you take what you made the last 12 months and divide that by 12. How much does it average? Or what did you report on your last income tax? What did you put on the 2025 income tax for income?
I didn't
We are
file.
back on the record in BU 2026 TR 616, State of Kansas versus Sharice LaShawn Jamal, ACA Cole Store for the state, defendant in person and pro se, subpoenaed witness Jordan Zahn, awaiting. Mr. Store, any announcements at this time?
Your Honor, after my discussion with Ms. Jamal, I believe, well, she hasn't received any discovery in the case, so she doesn't know exactly what, like she hasn't seen her prior conviction or anything like that. And she also, I was telling her what the standard offer is on a driving while suspended second, and I think she is going to request court-appointed counsel.
Well, Ms. Jamal, when you don't have an attorney and you don't know how to represent yourself, you're still held to the same standards as if you had an attorney, and an attorney would know about discovery and would have gotten that for you by now. Are you wanting to apply for court-appointed attorney at this late date?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Where do you work?
I'm self-employed.
What kind of work do you do?
I'm a loctician.
A what?
A loctician.
Loctician. What is a loctician?
I do dreadlocks.
Okay. And what do you make per month doing that?
It's a slow season right now, so I'm not making a lot.
I need a specific amount. Let's say you take what you made the last 12 months and divide that by 12. How much does it average? Or what did you report on your last income tax? What did you put on the 2025 income tax for income?
I didn't file for 2025 or 2024.
Why not?
No specific reason. I just didn't.
Well, did you make any money during those 2 years?
I didn't make a paper paycheck.
So you were paid all in cash?
Yes.
You understand, you still have to pay on cash, not just paper checks.
I understand.
Okay, but you're saying you didn't have a paper trail, so you didn't file taxes, it sounds like. But I still need to know what you made. I can't give you an attorney. I can't give you an attorney without knowing what your income is. All right, let's put it this way. How much do you charge a customer for doing dreadlocks?
It depends on what they want.
Give me your best approximate. What do most of them want?
$75 for one customer.
All right, and how many customers do you have in a day?
I would probably say I have 3 a week.
All right, so that's about $225 a week. And then about $900 a month is what you think you make?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have a shop or any place that you have to pay overhead on, or do they just come to the house?
No, I do. I pay booth rent, $400 a month.
So that brings it down to about $500 you make per month that you get to keep prior to taxes. Well, if you paid the taxes. Okay. Any other expenses?
Expenses?
Yeah. How about like for your rent? Do you rent a home or pay a mortgage?
Car payment.
How much for car payment?
$560 a month.
So you come out $60 in the hole every month after you pay for your car payment?
Yeah, but my boyfriend helps me.
All right. Does the boyfriend live with you?
No.
How much money do you get each month from your boyfriend?
He just helps me when I'm short.
Is there an average amount
50
each month he gives you?
50 to 100 a month, maybe 200 sometimes.
He gives you 200 a month on some months, and you said 5,200?
50 to 100.
Oh, 50 to 100.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Do you pay utilities on top of your rent, or is that included?
Oh, I do. I don't pay rent.
Oh, okay. Who pays your rent?
I own my home.
You own it in clear?
Mm-hmm.
What's the value of your home?
It's valued at 110,000.
110,000 paid in clear. Any other assets that you have paid in clear?
My son's college tuition.
How much do you have reserved for college tuition?
No, I just finished paying it off last month.
Oh, so you don't pay the college tuition anymore? Did he graduate or drop
Yeah,
out?
he graduated from KU.
Okay, and you paid for that.
Yes, ma'am.
You paid. Do you pay for all of this out of doing the dreadlocks, or do you have another income?
Well, I was dancing.
Okay. And it was through that you're able to pay your house in full and pay the college?
Yes, for 4 years.
In 4 years, you made enough money to pay off a $110,000 home and a KU education?
No, actually, I've had this house for 6 years, and I had a client of mine pay for it for me.
Well, that could be considered income if someone gave you enough money to pay off a $110,000 house.
He didn't give it to me. He gave it to the people that we bought the house from.
Who's we? You bought the house with someone?
I bought it from a realtor.
Or did you buy it with someone? Someone co-owns it?
He was going to co-sign for me, but he couldn't prove where his money was coming from, so he paid for it through a wire transfer.
Well, Mr. Jamal, I don't feel like I'm getting clear enough information. So what I'm going to need to have you do, if you want a court-appointed attorney, you're going to have to fill out a written application and give me specific information.
Okay.
A lot of times I can just ask questions and to see if you qualify or not. Making the amount of money you do per month, I would say you would probably qualify. But then when you start telling me in 6 years you paid off a $110,000 house and a KU education, I can't help but think you're getting
And
more
actually, my
money.
customer paid for it. He didn't give me that money at all. He just paid for it. 6 years ago when I moved in, he paid for it before I moved in.
All right, well, you've still got that asset. And even if money is just given to you and not earned, that's still, some would still call that income. So go ahead and call the clerk, and she can get you an application. You can fill that out and get that back to her. Do you want the number for the clerk?
Yes, ma'am.
And that obviously means we're going to have to continue this. 316. You ready?
Yes, ma'am.
316-322-4370. 316-322-4370. Call the clerk and say you need a court-appointed attorney application. They can probably send that to you by email, but you'll have to fill it out and probably have to put it in U.S. mail. There's something about when they try to send them back by email, they're illegible. I don't know what the rhyme and reason is to it, but talk to the clerk. She'll tell you about that.
Okay.
But if you don't qualify, you'll have to call back, send it in, and then wait about a week and call them back and find out if you got an attorney and who it is.
Okay.
If you get an attorney, you contact that attorney right away. Don't put off contacting the attorney because we need to get this case resolved.
Yes, ma'am.
Destiny, when's our next available trial date?
You want to set it for trial, Your Honor, or would you like to put it on a Monday in advance of possible?
That's a good idea. The attorney will want to look at that and decide if they want a trial or not. Yeah, let's put that on a Monday.
The next Monday that I have is September 28th, Your Honor.
September 28th,
Yes, ma'am.
9 a.m. Okay, Ms. Jamal, are you still with me?
Yes, ma'am.
You must be back here by Zoom again Monday, September 28th at 9 a.m. with your attorney. That's the
All right.
next available date I have. Now, Trooper, you won't need to be here because after she talks to her attorney, the attorney will tell me if we actually need a trial or if there's going to be a plea in it. I don't like these cases going this long, but with my crowded schedule, and her right to an attorney, there's not much I can do other than what we've done.
Well, Your Honor, I just wanted to apologize because I thought that represent myself would be easier than it is. I don't know why I thought that. So I apologize to you. I should have originally just gotten a lawyer from the beginning.
Okay. Well, just get the application in. Don't leave anything blank. Put your accurate figures in it.
Okay.
And I will see you back here on that date, September 28th at 9 a.m.
Yes, ma'am.
You are looking at 2A misdemeanors. Kansas law does require me to order you to get your picture and prints taken.
I did do that.
You did do that? I ordered
Yes,
it.
ma'am.
You got it done. Let me see if your bond showed up. It looks like it did. I'm going to continue that $2,500 bond you posted May 27th to 26th with the added condition that you reappear and that you
A
have an
bond?
attorney. Yeah, you posted an OR bond. It's called a personal
Okay.
cognizance.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yes, ma'am.
All right. So I'm going to continue that with the added condition that you and your attorney appear September 28th at 9 a.m.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you, Your Honor.
On. Again, thank you for being here, and
Thank you.
we'll maybe see you again on this case, if not this one, for sure on somebody else. Thank you, Ms. Jamal, for being here, and I will see you on the 28th.
Thank you, ma'am. Have a good day. Bye-bye.
You're welcome. Destiny, that's everyone on this docket.
Your Honor, that's all that I have.
Mr. Storr, is that all you have?
That's all I got. Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.
Can my trooper go?
Your trooper can go, you can go, and Destiny can go.
Courtroom kamahawis buoy QT badalgaya jab judge ko defendant ki financial story par shak hone laga. Peli usne kaha ki uski income bahut kam hai, lekin fir pata chala ki uska dollar
110,000 KA GAR paid off Hayar College key fees. Buy cover Ho Chuki Thai. Judge Ne Tarant. Tough questions. Sharu Kar Daye. Jab answers clear Na mile. Judge Nase. FK Dia Kabina Sahi information. Key court appointed attorney Nahi Miliga. Izzy Pal. Esi Piri hearing Ka Roof Badal Gaya?
All right, we are back on the record in BU 2025 TR 2812, State of Kansas versus Priscilla Laura. Appearing for the state, Cole Storr, defendant in person and pro se. The parties have had a breakout room to discuss this case after the defendant again waived her right to counsel on the record. Mr. Storr, any announcements?
Yes, Judge. I believe we have an agreement. So I actually spoke with Trooper Lan. Miss Laura was extremely kind when she got pulled over, which is why I'm willing to do this. She actually did provide proof of insurance on the vehicle. So the state would be moving to dismiss count 3. And for an agreement to plead to the speeding, the state is going to dismiss count 2 as well. So it would be, I think, a $45 fine plus court costs. And then I told her that she could discuss with you how much time she needed to pay.
All right, Miss Laura, that's your plea agreement?
Yes, Your Honor.
So how do you plead to count 1 speeding?
No contest?
Guilty.
Oh, guilty, sorry.
You're pleading guilty to speeding 75 miles per hour in a 65 mile per hour zone in Butler County, Kansas on December 20th of 25.
Yes, Your Honor.
Is anyone making you enter this plea today by any threats or promises other than your plea agreement?
No.
Do you understand that with this plea, even though you're not admitting the charge, you'll still most likely be found guilty and fined and assessed court costs?
Yes.
And knowing that, you want to waive your right to trial and enter this plea of no contest?
Correct.
And it is no contest, or is it guilty?
Yes.
Well, I've heard both. Which, Mr. Storer, I thought you said no contest, but I thought you said guilty and she said no contest. So how are you pleading, Miss Laura?
Guilty.
Guilty. All right, no, guilty. So what roadway were you on when you were speeding 75 and 65, Miss Laura?
I don't know my streets, but on some highway.
All right.
Judge, I believe it was US 54 and 103rd or 132nd Street West.
Milepost.
Milepost 132.
132.
Sorry, thank you.
Where was she driving, Trooper Land?
She was on the 4 lane just east of Augusta on US 54 highway.
Okay. I know exactly where she was then, all right. So I clearly have jurisdiction and you know what you're doing. You're doing it voluntarily with this plea of guilty. Are you pleading guilty because you believe you in fact are guilty, Miss Laura?
Yes.
All right. Well, I accept your plea as freely and voluntarily entered. Find you guilty of count 1. The state's dismissing count 2. That's sunscreen. Did you get that off the car?
No.
I'm ordering you to get that off the car right now. I'll come back to that. And count 3, you've provided proof of insurance.
Correct.
All right. So the state is dismissing counts 2 and 3. All right. The scheduled fine on that is $45, is it not, counsel?
It is, Your Honor.
And then the court costs are $108. So the total due is $153. How long can you pay that? Can you pay today or do you need some time?
Some time, please.
How much? 30
Today.
days?
Sorry, today.
You're going to pay it today?
Yes.
All right, that will be the order of the court, that you pay it today at the clerk of the district court. Now, the sunscreen thing. I don't know how you got the state to dismiss that without getting that off the car, but is that car in the parking lot of the courthouse right now?
No, it is not.
Well, I'm going to order you I'm just going to order you to get it off your car. And here's why. Because those officers are out there and their jobs can be challenging enough, dangerous enough. They don't need somebody driving around with window tints so dark that they can't tell who's inside or what that person is doing as they approach. That's my concern about dark sunscreen. There may be other factors, but that's the first one that comes to my mind. So get that sunscreen off of there. The officers can keep stopping you every time they see that. I had a young man the other day tell me, well, I'm going to leave it on and I'm going to take my chances. He pled guilty. I found that very disturbing that was his attitude. But you need to get that off of there. Tell your friends to get that dark tint on their car windows. It's just a matter of time.
Okay.
Oh. All right. Anything else from anyone? Mr.
No,
Storr?
Your Honor, I'm sorry. Before we go, our card machines were down earlier, and so I don't know if they're still down. If she plans on paying today, it's got to be either exact cash or a check.
Okay. Now, there is an ATM over at the credit union across from the courthouse if you need to use it, Miss Laura, with your card.
Can we pay online?
Not until I get the journal entry, and Mr. Storr's been in court all day, and then he has to get the paperwork to his staff, and then they have to draft it and get it back to him for signature, and then he has to get it filed, and then I have to get it, and so sometimes it can take a good 30 days to get it filed. But if you pay in person, you can pay today. Now you can pay I've given you 30 days. if you want to wait until we get the journal entry on file and you can get it paid online in 30 days, you can do that. Stop
Okay.
by the clerk's office and they can give you the online information.
Okay.
But don't go past the 30 days because then your driver's license can get suspended and you're going to have more problems, bigger problems.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, you may go. Thank you,
Thank you.
Miss Laura. Well, we took care of Brand, Jamal. We haven't taken care of Jamal, have we?
I think that's all we got left, Judge.
All right.
Judge,
Is
am I
there-
free to leave?
Laura, that's what I was going to say. Can we dismiss the witness on Laura?
Yes, please, Judge.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank
may
you.
go.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Thank you. All right, Miss Jamal, you want to try this case again?
Yes.
Back on the record in BU 2026 PR 616, State of Kansas versus Sharice LaShawn Jamal. Parties before, Cole Store for the state, Sharice Jamal defended in person and pro se. I understand, counsel, that there is a plea agreement. Or did I hear that?
I don't believe so. I think Ms. Jamal was requesting a continuance at the beginning of the docket.
Oh, okay. I put the plea agreement for Laura on Jamal. Okay. So, Miss Jamal, you don't have an attorney yet, correct?
I do not. Would you suggest I get one?
That is your call. I don't make a suggestion on that. But driving while suspended after a prior conviction is a Class A misdemeanor. If convicted, you could be ordered to serve up to a year in the county jail, pay a fine up to $2,500. Count 2, you're charged with driving in violation of an ignition interlock restriction or tampering to render it inaccurate or inoperative.
And Your Honor, that charge was dropped.
Is that right, counsel? You dropped that? There is an amended complaint. Let me look at it. Count 2 dismissed April 10th of 2026 by the state.
Oh, nice.
Filed by Jared Regier. All right. So you're looking at a Class A misdemeanor, penalties up to a year in jail and $2,500 fines. You're asking for continuance today, Miss Jamal?
Yes, ma'am.
And for what reason?
It's just taking a little bit longer to get the proper paperwork that I needed to prove that I was about to get my license. I just hadn't finished paying off the fees that I had. So I was hoping I could get the license and then maybe possibly talk to the prosecutor and show him that I was reinstated, and hoping that would help.
Well, the charge alleges that on July 29th that can't be right. Okay, on March 21st of 2026, you were driving while suspended.
That's correct.
So that's what the court will be deciding based on the evidence is, did you have the suspended license on March 21st, 26? If you got your license after the fact, that doesn't automatically negate the charge. Now, the county attorney does have their diversion program, and they do have the authority to amend or dismiss if they wish. And it sounds like maybe you're hoping that they would do that for you on a second driving while suspended. Am I correct in what my
Yes, ma'am.
trying to do?
Yes, ma'am.
That you have had since March 21st to work out a plea agreement.
Work out a plea agreement? Who would I do that with?
Well, that's what you're talking about doing with the state, trying to get them to amend or dismiss.
Yes, ma'am.
So, is there any other reason you want this amended or want this continued?
No, ma'am.
All right, what is the state's position in regards to this request?
Do Judge, I don't know if diversion is an option on a second offense. Driving while suspended. I will say it's, from what I have in my system, she was in court, I believe. Were you in custody on May 27th? At the last hearing?
Who,
Ms.
me?
Jamal?
In custody. What do you mean by that?
Like, did you
jail.
get arrested or something? No?
No.
Okay. Sorry, I'm trying to read someone else's notes. So yeah, she was in court on May 27th, so
And
a month
also,
ago. So
this is my
maybe,
first driving on a suspended. I haven't gotten driving on a suspended before. This is the first.
Well, the state's charge alleges that you had a prior, and I can tell you exactly when they think you had that prior.
Okay, because I have not had one before this.
was it 2004 City of Wichita Muni?
2004?
They said you, on the 29th day of July 2010, in Wichita Municipal Court Case 2004, TM 6098. So they're saying that you got the ticket in 2004, but you delayed a conviction until July 29th of 2010. It took you 6 years to get that municipal court case resolved.
Oh, I don't even remember that.
Well, that's what the allegation is. I'm not saying it's right, but that's what they're saying.
Okay.
And you had, I believe O'Neill Davis is your attorney.
That is so long ago. I couldn't even begin to try to remember that. 20 years ago,
yeah.
30, 25 years. I have no idea.
I can, Judge, if you want us to go into a breakout room real quick, I can tell her what her offer would be. For a plea offer.
Ms. Jamal, are you representing yourself today?
Yes, ma'am.
And you understand you had the opportunity to hire an attorney, and if you could not afford to hire one, you could have applied. You remember me telling you that?
Yes, ma'am.
And you didn't do either one of those. So you want to represent yourself?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Is anyone making you give up your right to counsel?
No, ma'am.
All right. I'll have the record reflect that you knowingly and voluntarily waived your right to counsel. Do you want to talk to the prosecutor?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Destiny, would you please put ACA and Ms. Jamal in the breakout room? Click on that invitation to the breakout room when it comes on your screen.